Just,
Is that the word you opened with?
yes.
I think the countdown still had a 1 on it.
It had a 1. It had a 1.
Whew.
So it was still PG. We're still good to go.
For now, wait till we get. What's doxing? Is doxing a bad thing? Is that when they
No,
ban
not
you
when
and
you're
they
doing the
cancel you?
doxing. If you're doing the
Okay.
doxing, you're fine. What are you drinking today?
I am having a bourbon. I believe I had a tequila last time, and this time I am having a bourbon because I deserve it.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
I agree.
no, I don't.
I'm doing this one because I didn't decant the big ass bourbon into the smaller bottle yet. So I've got to fill up the little one from the big one.
Well, the whole idea of having our bottles on the ready is you should be able to just pour it whenever you like.
Well, that's why I'm drinking this one from Gibson's Finest.
You are.
Yep.
You are.
Good times.
Or you need the Sensa like I do. You know what a Sensa? Yeah.
No.
Sensa, you're up. Can you get me a drink?
Oh,
yeah, room service.
I don't have that service at home. You must have a good husband. I like to consider myself to be a B+ dad and a B- hubby.
You must keep your hubby on the leash or something, you know.
He knows. It's better to listen. You can either be right or you can be happy.
Yep.
Pick one.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So
tell me the story.
Here's a piece of news for you, okay?
Okay.
This is Trump. Okay. I saw it in a newscast today that one of the people in their government had stated that Trump was working undercover for the FBI, infiltrating the Epsteins because he hates this whole ring that he had so much that he volunteered to work for the FBI as an undercover spook to try to crack down on what Epstein was doing.
Okay. Physically, I don't think he's got the ability to be. I don't think he's got the action. I don't see him jumping to.
He's no Bourne. He's no Jason Bourne, that's for sure.
Oh my God, it's Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
So, I can see him tripping down some stairs. Like, oh my God, it's Jason Bourne.
But I'm the greatest special agent that's ever been. Right?
He's the greatest. Yeah. Here's the problem with that. It sounds a little sketchy. I don't know. There'd be a little bit of training, I'm sure. And he's not exactly the kind of guy that can be incognito because reasons.
Yep.
He's very recognizable.
Yep.
Again, I've never been a spy. However,
me neither.
That's the dumbest story I've heard.
I thought it was a good one. I thought it was a really good one.
Good story. It's a lovely tale. But you're telling me that he infiltrated a island of ill repute?
Yep.
Okay, sure. Let's see how that goes.
And nobody would ever suspect him. He's exactly the type of guy you would expect to take part of that.
I would never expect him to be a spy.
Right?
But I mean, hey, would he would he give himself the award then as president and the guy who took it down?
Oh,
yes.
Yes,
yes, he would.
He'd give himself a congressional medal of honor. I did this
Absolutely.
myself. It was my idea, and I did it myself.
He'll get a Purple Heart because he tripped down the stairs and was hurt in the line of duty.
Yes. I got winded. I got tired. My cholesterol was too high, and
I got winded going up the stairs, and then I fell down the stairs. My tie got caught in my zipper.
I thought that was a good one. Good for a laugh, though.
Yeah, no. That's a good way for us to realize that we could also be. We could be spies. We could be FBI spies.
If he can do it, why can't we? Right?
Yeah. You know what? It's never say never. Hang in there. You know what I don't have, and I really should have. I mentioned this the other day to Kelsey. I'm like, I don't know why I don't have this. Remember the old "hang in there" cat that the teachers used to have?
Oh yeah, that was or the one that was strangling the ostrich.
No, it was a kitten, like hanging on the branch.
Yeah,
and it just said "hang in there," and every elementary school teacher had one in their classroom for some reason.
I saw one. Was that same? No, it was different. There was one I saw. It was a bird that was swallowing a frog, and the frog was strangling the bird.
Okay, I believe
what was that one?
I think that was probably Never Give Up. There's a book fair coming up, so I'll be able to maybe find one of those.
you know, it's a lot harder that like no fear isn't around anymore, right? So we don't really get those sort of motivational things the same way.
No, but we do get the book fair, which is a great reason for kids to buy a bunch. Again, this is where we began buying things we don't need. Was the book fair?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Like, you don't need a pen with a heart-shaped eraser on it. What are you doing? It's gonna fall apart as soon as you get home.
So
Speaking of book fair, did you guys see that post online about one of the libraries who was told to actually, where was this now? Was it Alberta? I can't remember. Where they actually had to get rid of all of their books out of the library unless it was online.
yes,
And
all
the
that.
kids, yeah, they had to actually, so their library, the librarian posted a picture and it's just empty.
Yep.
So unless you could prove that it was an online book, it's the only way that book could stay in your library. So
Yep.
it was a very sad day. Posted pictures and she had to cover up all of her books.
Yep. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I can understand if books are maybe not age appropriate.
Yeah.
Right. But, you know, like the Berenstain Bears, let's get serious.
Yeah, everything, unless it was online. Now, those really old books are not going to be online, but those are classics that kids should read.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
they want them to only have the digital option for reading.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a physical book guy. I like a physical book. Kelsey loves her Kindle. Lots of women read more than guys. I would assume that I'm right on that one.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't agree with that necessarily. You know, like, I think maybe they partake in 50 Shades of Grey more than guys do.
Amber?
I don't know. I think I have not read it. I'm actually not a huge, like, unless I'm studying something, I'm not well, it's not necessarily true. There's some books I've read, but it's like David Goggins, Jay Shetty, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That's one of my favorite books. Atomic Habits. Like, those are some of my favorite. But I'm not a big, like, I don't read just to read. Like, unless it's inspirational.
Yeah, I have to get into. I have to have something has to catch me, and I have to really want to read. I have people that recommend books to me all the time, but I can't read fiction. Like, Kelsey reads fiction like crazy. I don't know what she's reading, but she'll go through books like crazy on her Kindle, which is lovely. Go ahead, read. Unless there's a subject that I'm interested in, it has to happen. Like, if I want a story, I'll watch a movie.
That's fair. I like when it comes to fiction books, I tend to go through more audiobooks for fictional books, and when it comes to like reading, it tends to be more nonfiction books as a whole, right?
You know, Amber and I have both read this one book that you mentioned. Jay, did you read this? Did you read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck?
Yeah, Mark Manson. Yeah, great book.
Yeah. So here's where we can get into strength of character, since we're going to be talking about strength today.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we feel the need to lie to people, to our friends? And the example I'm going to give is from that book. So he spent that time in Eastern Europe. He came back, and he realized when he was there that if somebody invited you to a party and you didn't want to go, you just said no. Why? I don't want to.
Yep.
And you just say, I don't want to.
Yep.
Why do we feel that? And he came home, and his friends all thought he was an asshole because he would say, no, I just don't feel like it. Why is it that we feel the need to build a story as to why we can't do something? Why do we feel like, should you lie to your friends?
No, I think we're in a world where everybody wants to please everybody.
Yep.
And you're so afraid of, we're in a bit of a soft world. And I think we're just afraid of hurting other people's feelings, and everybody wants to please each other, and instead of just being real and telling it like it is.
Hey Amber, is that your audio that's going a little wonky, or
I think so. Is yours cranked?
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Nope.
Hang on.
I'm getting like ribbits or something.
I swear I don't have a frog. I can check.
Yeah, I got that little bloop.
Yeah, little blurbs.
Is it still?
Or maybe it's your intestinal system. I don't know.
I'm not hungry. I did eat.
But you're right. You know, people do tend to lie to preserve, the feelings or the emotions or whatever of various people, and I think that's kind of disingenuous, because North America has gone through this big phase of, be authentic, be the real you, who cares what people think? Well, okay, sure. But now you're just using it as a way to get some cute likes and shares or whatever, right? Because how often do you see somebody going, this is my authentic post, or this is my vulnerable post?
This is
Like,
my truth.
Shut up. God, I hated myself today. Like, oh, God damn it. I hate myself every day. Like, you're not special because you woke up and had a bad day, right?
Right?
Like, oh my God. Like,
I saw
when it comes down to lying, you get all these people liking it. They're like, you're so brave. It's like, holy God, good job. You got up,
Yeah, you woke up today. And it's funny because I saw another thing the other day that said, if you're recording yourself crying about your bad morning, I hope your day gets substantially worse.
Oh, geez. Yeah, it's true. I mean, like, those things are literally the opposite of authenticity. And, for a while it was like the big thing where, somebody would videotape them, taking food to the homeless or taking people out for supper or giving money to the homeless. I'm like, like, this is just entirely a lie because you're doing it just so you can get that attention. Like, look at me, I'm such a good person. You're living a lie at that point in time.
There was a guy that did that like a couple months ago here in town. He bought somebody a burger, and look at my friend. I'm like, you douche. Tell you what, if you want to buy a guy a burger, just buy him the burger.
Yes.
So not only did he do that, it ended up on like 7, like it was posted on like 7 different sites, and he had multiple Facebook pages. People knew that. They did rip him apart for it, but that's a pet peeve of mine. If you want to do something good for someone, do it out of like the goodness of your heart. There's no reason to like take a selfie with someone as you're handing them a sub. Just do it, or don't do it at all. Then.
Yep. Now, I'll also go on the other end of the spectrum. Okay, people who do anonymous donations. Like, I'm not going to criticize them for doing it, but I like it when people are not anonymous. And I know people like they don't want the acclaim, they don't want the praise, that sort of thing. But it's also essential to see people doing it because then it kind of shames other people into doing it as well, right? So if you do a big anonymous donation, okay, that's great, but it's kind of like you're not putting your money where your mouth is. It's not in a bad way, but I would like to see people showcase it a little bit more, talk about it, because it encourages other people to do the same thing.
Well,
yeah,
I think you're right. Like, Amber, give me 1 second. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to kick you for a second and then click you right back because your sound's doing something weird. Hang on.
Oh, finally, she's gone.
There
No, she's back.
Let's see if that does it. It's just a weird blurb that comes up. Now you can't hear you all.
I'm just kidding. Can you guys hear me?
That should work.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's weird that it's doing that weird.
Is it? I can switch headphones if it's.
It might be.
Is it still riveting?
Do you have something else? See what it does.
Okay, let me. I'll switch out for a different pair.
Cool.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, so Amber can't hear us now, so
that's great.
No, I can still hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Still here.
Just finally don't move. Just freeze.
I can't.
Okay. Acting and scene.
Yeah, you're the actor. You understand all the lingo and everything, so you could coach us through some of that stuff.
I'm barely an actor. I'm just a guy that looks mean.
So there was a Zoom call that I saw of a few guys, and they're doing a Zoom call, and the one guy just sort of stops. They're like, "Oh, looks like he's frozen. He's not doing anything." And the other guy starts talking, and he freezes too, and they all start freezing. He's like, "Okay, guys, I know this isn't real. I can see the fan moving in the back.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Come on,
Nice, but you know what? I think that we, for some reason, have we become so weak that we? Oh, Amber's gone again. Okay, now she's gone.
Yeah.
Seriously,
I'm still not gone. Just switching headphones. Hold on.
So, anyway, going back to the disingenuous and the fact that we make up these stories and we lie to people and say, "Oh, my kid's got a thing." You know what?
Yep.
Your kid doesn't have a thing. My problem is I slightly pray just a little bit that plans get canceled on the other end.
Yeah. So it's just easier. It's just like, okay, I could just not go.
Like, oh, really? You guys can't make it? Oh, that sucks. I really want to.
I went through a while of practicing saying no. Okay. So whenever somebody would ask me to do something, I would say no. And so it'd be like, hey, do you want to go for lunch? No. Well, why not? I just don't want to. And they're like, oh, well, okay, that's kind of weird. And they're really taken back by this.
Why is that?
And then I would go, oh yeah, let's go for lunch. And like, you just said no. I'm like, I know, I just wanted to get better at saying no. And I thought maybe you should learn to hear it, And
Now
and
you're
then we go for
buying.
lunch, right? It's like now I'm manipulating you. Well, no, it's just because it's really hard to say no, right? It's so I found it was easier to say no to something you genuinely like kind of wanted to do, that was small. You just start building into it. And then it's like you could just change your mind after.
Yeah. See, my thing is, I there are very few social events that I feel like going to, really. Which is probably why I don't get invited to a lot of them, which is even better.
It's like self-fulfilling prophecy.
It
Should we
is.
invite
It works.
Quentin? Well, he's not going to show up anyways. So.
He's not going to show up. He's got a thing. He always has a thing.
Yeah.
No, I think that we lie, and white lies are lies. But I mean, we lie not because we don't have the balls to say it, or because we really need to protect the feelings of the people that invited you.
I think the concept is a lot of people feel they're protecting someone else's feelings, but in fact, they just don't have the ability to break someone's heart.
You're gonna be heartbroken if I say that I can't go for a drink. Can't or don't want to.
No. But I mean, you take a look at health problems or something like that's always the thing with like family. Like, oh no, mom's okay, dad's fine, whatever. And it's like, oh well, cancer, right?
Right.
It's like, well, okay, who are you protecting at this point in time? Are you protecting, your kids or grandkids, or are you protecting you not breaking down when you say it, having to confront those feelings that you're currently experiencing?
Okay, so an example would be when my dad was in the hospital, right? Now our kids were pretty young, and as far as getting that, could they process what they would be seeing? I was like, I don't think we really need to bring him there because it was not a good scene.
Yeah.
So there's protecting, but you're protecting a child.
And then there's sheltering too, right?
Well, sheltering, there's a line between sheltering and like it was not a good at the end.
Right.
So
right.
there's sheltering, there's protecting, but then there's lying. Like I straight up said, yes, he died, and that was it.
Yeah.
But we do protect our kids, which is okay. But again, I believe that death is something they need to understand, and you can't shine that up. There's no way to say, oh yeah, he's gone too, blah blah blah. I'm like,
the Rainbow Bridge and everything, right?
Right. So, but no, I think as adults, don't lie to me. Like I would rather you just say, dude, I don't feel like it, and I can live with that 1,000%.
Yeah. Like just give it to me like I'm a grown up and let me process it the way I need to process it, instead of like telling me one story, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, sorry, that wasn't how it was,
Right, because the truth comes out, right?
Yeah.
Like the truth always comes out, and it's ridiculous for me to say it that way, but there's no way to hang on to a lie long enough that it becomes the truth. You have to tell it so many times and convince yourself. And I think that's when it comes to your character, I think has more, like I've seen very weak physical people with incredible integrity.
Yeah.
And I would say that they're stronger than the strongest person in the room physically.
Right.
And it's two different ways, they're different, but they're the same. Like one has to balance the other one out. I don't know. What do you think? Are you like Amber, okay, I'm going to use Amber as an example. As far as stature, she's little. However, her character is, I mean,
much bigger.
Shines, right. Like I'm like a D. She'd be like an A. It's one of those kind of things. Well, what do you expect?
Working better? Can you guys hear me now?
That's perfect.
Oh,
what do you mean? Hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Right.
Can you hear me now?
But I think that when you have people, like what attracts you to a person physically a little bit, but you have the best looking person on the planet be a complete disappointment when they open their mouth.
Yeah. What was that movie?
Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The Inner Beauty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins, but here's the thing. There are people that are ugly on the inside and on the outside. Sometimes it
Yeah,
matches.
they exist. Yeah, they exist.
That is true.
They should have had a few more of those people in there. It's like, oh, you look exactly like you thought.
Wow, there's nothing about you that's redeeming. There's a problem. People with zero redeeming qualities, and we've all known some.
There's a couple out there. Gonna say that. Yeah, I would agree with that. So
They look good on the outside. There's that, but here's a line they like to use. Tell me if you've heard this. Do you know who I am?
Yes.
yeah,
Those people.
yep.
Burn,
Yeah.
please. Like I just
Yeah.
Those people
Piss
are
off.
great because you could be like, no.
Oh Christ! As soon as I see that ad, or if I hear that, do you know who I am? I automatically don't know who you are. No idea. Never heard of you.
Mine is I don't give a shit who you are, to be honest. Like everybody's on the same wavelength for me. I really don't care who you are.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. There are good people, and then there are people that lie to themselves,
Yep.
right? They believe that they're here. Like I think we're all like here. We're sailing through the middle. We peak. We have that.
Yep.
If you believe that you're sitting here, it is lonely, dude.
Yep.
You know,
You
'cause
never
you're the
wanna
only
be-
person there.
I mean, I used to have. I can actually tell this story because it wasn't even a person who even came in for an appointment. It was an academic PhD. Okay.
Okay.
So they made multiple accounts, and what was their first name?
Doctor.
Doctor, right? And they wanted us to call them Doctor so and so every time that they called, right?
Okay.
So we
Why?
never did,
No.
right? We never did, and it pissed them off. They
Why?
weren't happy. Their secretary was not happy. You mean doctor? No, I mean this person, because it's a power move, right? It's all about the power. And so, kind of my rule of thumb, and I tell people this: if I have a doctor in my office, I will never call them doctor, right?
No.
And some people get upset. They're like, "Why would you not respect that person's title?" I'm like, "Because in this room, they're my client, and they don't have that title. If I see
They're-
them out in their office, by all means, I'll give them the utmost respect, right?"
That would be like a military individual or any rank like that saying, "Call me sergeant."
Right? Right?
At Burger King.
Yes, exactly. Right? Yeah.
Like-
Salute me.
Well, Bob, I've known you for 25 years. I didn't realize
Exactly.
that I had to do that. I mean, if you work with them, absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally, yes. But there's
Right.
people that are really out there where it's like, you must respect my title. It's like, well, I will, just not here.
There are
You
titles
know?
that live past walls, which I believe should always be.
Yeah.
One would be our kids' teachers. You call them Mr. or Mrs. or whatever it is. Okay.
Yep.
If I ever heard our kids calling their teacher by their first name, we'd have a discussion.
Yep.
Secondly, your parents. Unless you're working together,
Yep.
it's mom or it's dad. Like
Yep.
when I hear somebody calling their parent by their first name on the regular, I'm like, what? Even a teenager, I'm like, are you shitting me? So
Yeah,
you just don't. Do that.
Oh.
Have your kids ever tried?
Well, they have, just kind of out of silliness, just like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, yeah, don't do that.
No.
and
Yeah,
they
mine-
kind of laugh about it, right?
If anything, they call me bruh, but it's not
Oh.
necessarily.
Oh,
Oh,
I have one, and I have a shirt that says it. I'm like, I'm not your bruh, but they just do it to be funny in front of their friends. But no, I call my mom, but at work, if somebody walks in, I'm not
Right.
like, hey, mommy, can you go help that person do this?
Mama.
I'm like, Janie, can
yes,
you? Yeah.
exactly.
So I don't. And then once I introduce them, and members all know that that's my mom. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, she runs the show. I own it, but she definitely runs
She's-
it. So
she's she's the gym mom.
she is
Yeah.
the gym. She's known as Gym Mama. So
Yeah.
if anything, they I'll call her mom when people get to know us. But
Yeah.
if I'm introducing her, I'm like, this is Janie.
Right.
Yeah. But I think when you have there are parents, my 6-year-old says that because everyone says brah. Gage said that to me once. I said, brah? What?
Yeah.
I knew what he was saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
You've never even seen one of those. And you better not for a while.
Say it again. Say it again.
Say it again.
I'll
Like,
slap you back to kindergarten, boy.
Here's-
like-
I go, you can call your idiot friends brah all you like. I go, but I'm dad. I'll take father, whatever
Yeah.
you like.
Yeah.
But the joke has gone on because I don't know where he gets the sarcasm from, but
It's got to be his mother.
yeah. I got a mug for Father's Day that said "Bruh," formerly known as Dad.
Nice.
So I'm like,
Nice.
I'll drink out of that. That's fine. I'll touche because you can dish it out, but you can take it, so I can accept that.
What you should have done is be like, "Oh, thanks," and just take a bat to it.
Oh,
Said,
never,
Dad.
never in public would they say that to me. It's
Yeah.
only like when they're disappointed, which is quite often because I like saying no to things. See, saying no, practice with your kids.
Yeah.
Practice with your kids. No, why? Because I said so. Remember our parents?
So.
Our parents, they didn't have to explain anything. They weren't negotiating with us. It's like, no, why? That's it. That's the end of our conversation. I just said no. We're done.
Yep. Yep.
But no, I don't know. I think that we have our job as parents is also to teach our kids that, like, go back to the strength part. Your character means more than your physical presence, and it always will. And it means more than your job title, because really the only people that care about your job title are working for you.
Yes.
So what is it what causes that? What is it? Insecurity that makes a person say, I demand a title? Like, it's almost like, remember Seinfeld when there was the Elaine was dating that conductor and he said he wanted to be called Maestro all the time.
Oh no, really?
Yeah,
I probably saw it.
He prefers to be called Maestro. He's like, oh, and Jerry goes, well, I prefer to be called Jerry the Great. I think I'm pretty great.
You know, so can we choose our own titles like that? Unless they're, regulated titles. Like, can I call myself Maestro?
Sure. Why not?
Like,
These days, you can call yourself whatever you want.
Dude,
Yeah,
you can call yourself anything.
So why not? Everyone else seems to be kind of just choosing it, right?
Well, because there's hey, this is what I do and this is what I want to be called, and then there's utter ridiculousness.
Right.
I think we've stopped dismissing ridiculous and accepted idiocracy for certain things. But I do think we have I don't know. I like going to obviously I like going to the gym. Everybody here likes working out. And we see people that are some of the most humble people I know are at the gym every day.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're working on their body, which good for them, right?
Yep.
Like, you're working on your physical strength. You're working on making yourself better and bigger or smaller or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yep.
And why is it that lots of those people are so genuine, or they're just in touch? Is that the problem? People are just way out of touch with their lives.
Well, okay, so I'll say this first. What I've noticed, like when I started going to the gym, I was always terrified because I was like, I started working out in Body Force. So it was like a bodybuilding gym, right? And I was like, oh my God, I'm 140 pounds or something like that. I'm going to walk in there. They're going to be like, who's this little kid, right? So I walked in there and it was terrifying walking in. You had bodybuilder eating chicken and oatmeal, another big bodybuilder behind the desk and everything. And then I was really blown away on how helpful and encouraging and friendly all these big guys and girls were. They were just like, come on in, you need help, show you exercises, just talking about everything, right? Now, the ones that I found over the years who are the biggest jerks are the ones who are just a little smaller or a little bigger than me, right?
Okay.
Those are the ones who have some massive insecurity issues, right?
To be fair, the gym is kind of I'm going to use the C word. It's a bit of a cult. Like, we want you to come back. We want you to join us. Yeah. Come be with us. Yeah. And as long as you kind of fit in, or as long as you're just nice, we want you to, like, come on in. Let's watch you improve. You watch someone come in, you're like, wow, you've like dropped some pounds. Really? I haven't noticed. Yeah, you have. And I think that helps people stay there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And when you look at things like, let's even talk about the event with the strongman. You have people that haven't done it before, willing to throw down for something that's not there's nothing in it for them except doing something nice. Like that shows more care. It shows character and it shows strength. There's nothing in it for you. You're just there to do something nice for somebody, and that's why you're there. That's why we're all there, right? I had a guy ask me, he's like, "So are you guys gonna do like a cash prize for the winner?" I'm like, "No, Jack wins. Jack, that's the point of this. We put on a show. We strain, we sweat, we do this stuff, and the kid wins. That's why we're here. It's not because of a prize or a trophy. It's just do something nice. Like it's not hard. It's hard. Like Amber can tell you, it's hard. It's a lot of work to get this thing rolling.
Yeah.
But doing something nice is just nice. And we don't have to. This is rolling back to the first story about Dingles with the bought the guy at the burger. Yes, promote it, let people know that it's happening, show that it's happening because it's an event.
Yep.
But I've never done the whole look what I did. It's like, guys, you come and do this. Like, let's get together and do this. And when you have somebody who's gonna give a homeless man a burger and then put it over 7 different platforms or whatever the hell it is, you didn't do that to be nice.
No.
You did that to get clicks.
Exactly. That's just marketing at that point in time. Not very good marketing.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff. When I actually ended up winning an award with the chamber years ago, I had to write about things of my past and things like that, things that I've done to volunteer. When I had to write that story, I just realized how much people didn't know about my past, and I was totally okay with that. And then bringing things up now, and when a fun fact, right? We'll tell a fun fact, and everyone's like, "Oh, I didn't know you did that." I'm like, because not everybody needs to know that. I did it, for the good of, the goodness of everybody. I didn't need to tell the world about it. So, and that's what I think more people need to do things like that and volunteer.
When you do things under the wire, and I can attest to exactly what you went through you're looking for stuff that you did. The 3 of us know that there's a thing that I'm kind of in the middle of. And of course, you sort of put volunteer stuff down, and I forgot half the stuff. I'm like, oh God, I did. Oh yeah, I did do that. Oh yeah, I tried to break a world record for Christ's sake, for cancer research. I don't know. Did you guys remember about that?
No, but I like these fun facts. Let's play this game. What did you do?
So fun facts. Brian Sutherland, who did Scareaway Cancer and the haunted farm there, he asked me if I would be willing to try to break a world record for the amount of haircuts done in 1 hour.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Right.
One. Yeah.
And the number was 75 head shaves in 1 hour. So I'm like, yeah, sure. I forgot all about it, but I was looking through what it was I was looking through my certificates for like my diploma and all this stuff. And I found this folder, and it was from the legislature, and they actually they talked about this in the ledge. And I got this thing that said, yes, Quentin Durhak did blah, 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 blah. I forgot all about it. It was cool, but does anybody care? I guess I did, but you do it just because you do it.
Yeah.
And again, the strong man, and I've done other things, and you do it, but it's not for kudos. It's not for anything. It's just do something nice. That whole thing was insane. Like it was registered with the Guinness Book of World Records.
So you won? Did you win it?
No.
Oh, you didn't beat it. What was the number you had to beat?
75 head shaves in 1 hour.
And how many did you do?
I think I did 57.
Oh,
that's not bad. That's a lot. Yeah,
that's still a lot.
Like we raised a lot of money that day, but I remember doing it, and I had one person, 2 chairs. Somebody would get in this chair, and then they get out to go to the next chair. I had somebody cleaning my clippers. I had somebody oiling my clippers because they get hot if you run them that long. Mm-hmm. And I was just ripping and ripping and ripping and ripping. It was cool, but yeah, it could have been a world record. It brought a pile of people in. Again, Brandon comes together for stuff, and they come together for this for the strong, but they came together for this in the fact that we didn't have a venue. We were supposed to be up at Grim Acres, but it rained and it flooded, so it was a mud hole. And that morning, the Roadhouse said, "Come and use the Roadhouse," and we flipped it, and we were in the Roadhouse, and it was packed at like 2 p.m. on a Thursday or something like that. But it was cool. And like, okay, fun fact: I attempted a world record head shaves, and I came pretty close.
That's pretty cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And raised,
I-
I don't know what they raised, like 10 grand that day or something like that. It was good.
That's awesome.
I live a boring life, man. I can't think of anything cool. Gonna say that.
There's
no
got to
fun
be
facts.
something.
So, here's the funny thing. I thought, what, like, when it comes to massage, what are some of the world records of that sort of thing? How attainable is it? And it's like the largest mass massage is 641 people gave massages to 641 people for 12 minutes. Yeah, no, I can't do that.
How
Right?
many people? I don't know if you could do a massage fast.
No.
Like, can you imagine a chiropractor could adjust like
God, it's-
75 people in an hour?
No way, too dangerous. So here, the longest individual massage. How long was it?
Well, that's a good question because I feel, even though I love massages, I feel like after a while, you're probably like, get your hands off me.
I'm untouched up. 73 hours.
I'd be raw.
By one person?
Yes.
What the hell was wrong with them?
Were they sleeping and still
What was
massaging?
right with them? I've seen in discussion groups where in like therapists in New York will do 8-hour massages. Like, do you break for lunch or what?
Someone needs a
Like-
bathroom break.
Like, I don't like anyone that much to spend 8 hours consistently in the closed room with them.
Yeah, I got somebody on
No.
TikTok asking, how do you shave a head in under a minute? It wasn't easy. I'll tell you that, Canadian ape. I have a TikTok feed that shows their chat there. It's hard. You rip through it, and it had to be. You couldn't leave any hairs longer than I think 2 millimeters. So it wasn't like a head blade shave. It was with a clipper. It wasn't easy, and I had to get them done in 40 seconds each. And
You just got to get a
clearly
whole bunch of babies or something, smaller heads.
Could you imagine trying to save 75 babies in an hour?
Yeah.
Just crying, and
Is this the noise?
and then they'd start crying.
Yeah. Just trauma, pure trauma.
Amber, what do we not know about Amber?
Oh, good question. Fun fact. I built a school in Haiti and in the Dominican. Did you know that?
What? No.
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
Are you Mormon?
No. So I did. And the one that we built in Haiti, it actually was 11 days after the earthquake. So they're massive earthquake. So we ended up doing some, I don't know if you guys remember the earthquake in Port-au-Prince. It was one of the biggest earthquakes. We were intended to go there as a group. I was the only Canadian selected in this group. And so we ended up having to fly there, and we didn't end up canceling it because of the earthquake. We still went. And then we ended up doing earthquake relief while we were still there. So we built the school, or partially built the school, and then also did earthquake relief. So it was crazy. It was walking through, like, I'm sure some people in here remember what the show MASH was like, but it was just tense of people lined up in cots, coming in on stretchers still, and all of them missing an arm, a leg, a crushed head. I held a baby for a full day there was 11 of them in their household, and that baby was the only survivor.
Wow.
So it was, these were like learning experiences, but totally changed my life. And I actually didn't want to come home because as much as I love my family back home, after that experience, like, I just wanted to be there the whole time to just keep helping and supporting them. And walking through the tent was so weird because there's, hundreds and hundreds of people in these tents, and they're all smiling. Like, they went through like devastation. They had no homes. They had nothing. They were all getting fitted for prosthetics, and we were bringing them some supplies and stuff they needed, and they were all smiling. And I'm like, could you imagine if that devastation happened here? Because we have a little more. We're a little more privileged here, and first world problems, right? And they're all smiling and laughing because they're still alive and they've lost everything. But
they're alive.
Yeah.
How the hell do we not know about that about you? But we do. And
See, I don't tell.
Christ,
It's tattooed on my leg, so I don't.
Jesus.
Things that I've done in life are all tattooed on my leg, but it's not a story that I actually. I don't. I should tell it more because it's a really cool story. I got videos and photos from both of them, and I was
But-
supposed to go back and return to one of the schools, and it was in 2021, and obviously I couldn't return back there during that time. Couldn't cross the border, and so yeah, it was a crazy experience. We were in Dominican, we were like 4 hours up a mountain, so we weren't like, you're not in Dominican where people are on resorts. This is like third world. Same as where we were, like 1% of the people in Haiti there go to school. A quarter of those children are going to die from starvation. So it's just a matter of looking at the kids. None of them actually have clothes. So what you see on TV is the truth. They walk around naked, they pee beside you, and they all carry machetes, but there was nothing to be scared of. So
like, it's the Canadian Ape just said after that kind of experience in Haiti, you'd never be the same person, and you probably wouldn't be.
No.
But here's the thing. One, the fact that we've known each other a long time, I've never heard that story before, tells me you did it because you just did it because it was the right thing to do. You weren't doing it for kudos. You did it because it was right. You did it because you could and you can help, right?
Yeah. It was something I really wanted to do, and the company that I worked for at the time does this every year. They select a group of people. I've worked for that company for 15 years. And they do things like this. They give back. And so I just wanted to make sure that I was selected, and it is random, but I really made sure that I was well known, and got selected. I was actually the only Canadian, and then I was selected a second time to go, and now I just get asked to come back. So my hope is to actually bring my kids with me when I return to one of those schools, and continue to do this. It stopped during the COVID years, but pretty cool. I'll share some photos with you guys one day.
Do it. And the thing is, and I think that your kids knowing that you're doing something just because you can do it is very important. And last year I was hauling the stuff to the gym for the event last year, and Bo was in the truck with me, and I'm just running back and forth and hauling. And she goes, "Dad, why do you do this?" Like, I go, "Listen, kid, I can't sing and I can't dance." I go, "But if you can help, you help. Like, I can lift some heavy stuff and get on a mic and do a thing and organize things. But I go, if you can help in whatever capacity, just help. Whatever you can do, just do it." Like, that's basically all that is. It's, we do what we can because that's what we know, and we make something good happen, and that's the end of it. And it's kind of cool. But Scott is in chat, and that the interesting thing he just said, imagine if we ran out of toilet paper, because we are so entitled here. Here's the character. Did you watch Poop Cruise? Did anybody see that?
Poop Cruise?
No.
Poop Cruise. So it's the story about this ship that loses power. The engine.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
right.
Yes.
And these people are complaining. They're like, here's the thing. You guys are safe. The thing's not sinking. Chill out. But the toilets didn't work. And heaven forbid if they had to.
Weren't they given bags?
Yeah. It's like, I'm not going to go in a bag. I'm like,
Yeah.
settle down. And the cooks are trying to make whatever they can to feed them. And like, we were getting sandwiches. I'm like, you clearly never had a really bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly you've never had a really bad day.
Yeah.
And tell you what, if I was on that cruise, I'd be like, okay, what do we need to do? Shit in a bag? Okay. Like, you're asking me to do, that's my contribution to make sure this doesn't get worse.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah. Some people can't. They can't. No matter whatever it is, they can't lower the realization of what their life is. Right.
They can't be mildly inconvenienced.
Yeah.
And they need to experience something. Like, I was never like that before. Like, I was always a giving person and like doing these type of things. I would do charity work all day long if I could do that. But I feel like there's so many people, and this is where you ask my kids, are so sick of hearing it. I'm always like, they would say, "Oh, I need this." I'm like, no, there's a difference between need and want. You want that, you don't need that. So we discussed that, especially coming home, and even like a child's education, there's like $40 a year, and 1% of them can afford that. $40 a year. I couldn't buy a pizza for my family or something like that or have the kids waste anything, because you couldn't. When I see people that complain about the smallest things, yes, like toilet paper, things like that. I mean, we in Haiti, I remember they don't have food. Like, I'm not even kidding. I mean, there was this one child, and he found, like, they have to walk for miles to get water and then bring it back, and they go searching with their machetes at like age 6 to try to find anything. And this one kid brought us back, like, it looked like a potato, and looked like an apple. It's kind of like an apple pear type thing. And he brought it back, and he wanted us to try it. And he's like, "Here, I want you to try this," in his language, right? "Here, I want you to try this." And we're like, no. We knew that was his only food for the day. That was going to be the only thing he could eat. And he just so badly wanted us to eat it. It would be rude for us not to try it. So he was willing to give that up. If we had starving, people that were starving here, would they gift it to somebody who already has food? No, they're going to eat that because they know that's their only food for the day. So like, until you experience some type of devastation like that, it 100% changes your reality. They don't know what they look like in some of these places. We took their photographs. One of the stories, they brought the photographs back to them and handing them out, and everybody, the kids were supposed to grab their photos. And what happened was their friends had to be like, "Oh, that's you. Oh, that's you," because they've never seen themselves in a mirror. They don't have mirrors. So they didn't actually know that was themselves until someone told them. So again, it's like a whole reality check of what we have versus what these other countries have.
Right.
Well,
right.
and it's interesting how we live in a world here that's completely. We can complain all we want, but let's face it. We have kids, and I'll say our kids are guilty of this. These little pricks, but let's just say there's 10. Okay, there's 4 of us. So let's say there's 12 pieces of pizza in a pizza.
Yeah,
I eat a couple. Kelsey eats a couple. Gage eats 1, 2. Bo eats 1. And Gage wants another one, or vice versa. It's like, well, no, wait a minute, you didn't. It doesn't. Life's not about fair. If you're still hungry, eat the pizza. You're full. Like, shut up.
Yeah,
you're done. You're good. You're good for one slice. Can you please just stop? And we live in such a society that we have so much, and we forget that we are doing quite okay.
Yeah.
But we'll complain because what? Uber was late?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, shut up. Shut up. And it's sort of like, okay, you talk about the being, and you're giving with the time, you volunteer. I'll say a little secret. I used to hate when I would see people volunteering for photo ops. Still hate it. Like when you see somebody say at whether it be the soup kitchen or the traditional dinner, that you can tell by the look on their face they don't want to be there.
Yeah.
But the paper's coming this day, so I'm going to go and make sure that I look like I'm a decent person.
Well, like, it could also be that they have to do a certain number of community hours.
Maybe. But,
also that.
Okay, here's the thing. Amber, you can attest to this. How much publicity has a strongman gotten?
Not as much as it should.
None. The paper has never been there. Ever. Okay. Fine. Good. Jack wins. I don't care. It'd be nice to have better exposure, but not for me, not for Amber, not for anybody, just so the numbers get up. But I'm not going to be that guy that's going to show up at a thing to be seen at the thing.
Yeah.
And it annoys the shit out of me when I see people that I'll guarantee you this is not a normal occurrence for you, dude. But hey, that's the day to be there, so I'm going to be there. Stop it. Like,
some people like their little bit of prestige, right?
But prestige, again, being a decent person comes with zero prestige.
Yeah.
It shouldn't come with any. It should just do it because it's the right thing. Like,
not
did we stop doing the right thing?
No, with social media, because everything is about the likes, right? How many likes are you going to get? Look, I did a thing. Good
I did a thing.
You go, girl, right?
Yeah. But I mean, again, character versus everything else. I think everything comes down to character, guys. I think your strength in your morality and your strength in character means way more than physical strength.
And I think people see through some of those people that do that. Like, I can name a few that I've seen out there that do it for the likes.
Yeah.
And I've also heard it being talked about, not in a good way. And people see that. They see
Yep.
through that. So whether those people are doing it and thinking nobody notices, we notice.
Yep.
We know why you're doing it.
Right. And I'm not saying that we're definitely not better than anybody, but when people ask,
everyone's better than somebody. There's always somebody, right?
Are we talking about Karens right now? Because we're all 30 steps above a Karen. And what do we say? What was the male version of a Karen? A Chad?
Was it Kevin's or Chad's or
Chad?
Yeah.
I'll paint the picture for you, Amber. You might not have been here.
No.
Think of this in your mind. Close your eyes. Jacked up truck, white Oakleys, Monster energy drink somewhere, muscle shirt. Muscles are coming in next week. That's your Chad.
Yep.
Rolling coal at every intersection because you need to do that. That's your Chad, and that's
chewing tobacco.
Chad, I think it was Chad. It was a Chad.
Yeah.
Thank you, Molly. It was Chad. And Karens are another breed. And Jay was at many episodes ago. We realized that Karen is actually a racial slur.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah. Which is crazy.
And it like in another language or what? I'm confused.
Jay found it, and it was
it's what the black community would call the typical basic white woman who's making a big deal about things, right? So they would call them Karens. It was the most basic, generic white, primarily name that they came up with at that time.
It's very white. They'd be like you saying Shaniqua. You know who we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes me feel bad for the Karens who were actually really good people. And
okay. How many children have been named Karen in the last few years?
That name dropped off the radar in like 10, 20 years ago. Yeah, it's gone.
Gone.
Yep.
But there are good Karens and there are good Chads, but those are Karens that aren't Karens and Chads that aren't Chads.
Right. Exactly.
In a decade, they're going to change it, and we're not going to call them Karens. We're going to call them what the typical name is these days. Yeah.
Yeah,
doctor
or something.
We're gonna call them doctor because you're gonna call me doctor from now on.
Yeah,
maestro.
You should change your name to amateur doctor.
Amateur doctor. Yeah. Jesus, I'm not qualified to do anything to anybody. Yeah. My hand shouldn't touch another human being because I literally don't know what I'm doing.
Well, it depends what kind of doctor you are. It could be a doctor of religion, doctor of philosophy, a doctor of.
Can you explain this to me? What you can get a master's in philosophy.
Yes.
What the hell are you going to do with that?
Philosophize.
Yeah, but can you find that on Indeed or LinkedIn? Like, is somebody looking for a philosopher?
Universities are to teach your philosophy programs.
I'm talking about a job, not.
So, okay, with that in mind, I saw a great Reddit one, and it was about this guy talking about his friend they wanted to learn history, so they went and got their bachelor's of history, the master's, and they wanted to specialize, so they got into Egyptology. So they went and got their PhD in Egyptology to find out that there's no jobs for a PhD in Egyptology. No. So he went back to university to start teaching Egyptology to students who want to learn about it. So he has effectively created a pyramid scheme.
Exactly.
Oh,
I was like, that's a good one. Oh,
nice. We need to become experts in something nobody gives a shit about and then charge for it. Genius.
Yeah.
Egyptology. Yeah. Hang on, this could come back. So, let's all see what we all know about our history that we took. How did the Egyptians write their stories?
Write their story. What do you mean?
Like, you mean in hieroglyphics, or
right.
do you mean
it was hieroglyphics? Very good. Yeah. So they wrote in hieroglyphics, which were pictures, right?
Yep.
Are kids not speaking in emojis now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, are we going back? Are we going back to hieroglyphics? Like,
yeah. Well, what did they call the things that they wrote the hieroglyphics on?
Pyramids,
walls? Tablets.
Shit. See, we're
unraveling. You're right.
We're unraveling things right now.
Yeah. We're going back in time here.
So hieroglyphics. So now we got emojis on tablets.
Yeah.
Hieroglyphics on tablets. And I can't understand if you sent me a bunch of emojis, I would have no idea what they're talking about. Like, I don't feel it. I don't eat a lot of eggplant. I don't know what that means.
That's fair. That's fair.
I've had good eggplant. I have enjoyed some eggplant in my day. It was actually Chinese eggplant. Believe that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was It was quite good, but I believe it came from Ichiban, Japanese. Sorry.
Oh,
It was like
it
a
was
fried
just all the
eggplant.
same as what you're saying, right? All you
Listen,
people
in a
are
dark
the same,
room,
right?
Listen, it's a sunny day. You guys all look the same. It's like I look like you on a hot day with my sunglasses off. Let's say that.
See, we were like, I remember it was the old racist thing that, you know, the Chinese eyes go up and the Japanese go down, right?
Is that true?
I
saw
don't know.
that back in the
You've
day.
got them. Tell me, what are you?
I don't know what they do. I got white eyes here for the most part.
You got sleepy white eyes.
Ish, sleepy white eyes.
You
I'll
got
ask-
sleepy white.
I'll ask my kids for you, okay?
Your kids? Do your kids have the eyes?
They've got the eyes, yeah.
That's so weird because
So-
they're redheads.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So
Okay, back on track. Jesus Christ.
actually, my youngest daughter, all of her friends are Asian. Her best friends are all Asian.
Well, you guys all hang out together. That makes
You know,
sense.
and it's just like, oh, can't you play with your own kind?
You are. Like, oh,
you know,
what's
like
it's your own kind.
So it's the big
You know,
joke, right?
Now, like my son's in Vancouver, and he sent me. He was telling me he was hanging out with one of his friends that day, and I'm like, "Oh, is she Asian?" He's like, "Mom," or he's like, "Mom, seriously," because 95% there
Was she?
are basically, yeah, his whole friend group. It's awesome. They're way smarter than him. I mean, he's very smart, but they're very, very smart.
It's
Oh,
Vancouver.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ask Jay on something math. Go math. Do
Oh
math.
no! Good God! Don't don't do it.
I think
But
that
see, he got racist, and he was like, "Oh, you start pulling all that stuff." He's like, "Oh, you're gonna play the piano too, right?"
can you play the piano? You
Well,
pulled a
can't play
keyboard.
I had a keyboard. Okay.
The
Like,
last time I said that, you literally reached over and grabbed a keyboard. Like you're living it.
like that's just a coincidence. That's not stereotyping, is it?
Is your
No?
giant fortune cookie still behind you?
No.
Oh, there it is.
This one? I don't know what you're. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry, but here's the problem.
They just sort of break themselves sometimes.
It
don't
would like-
they?
It would be like it'd be like Amber eating avocado toast in front of you.
Tell me, Quentin, have you got a pierogi close by?
Mm-hmm. Hang on. Where's it? We're gonna put them. I do have one. Hang on. Oh. Yes, I do.
He actually does. I need one of those. Where
I have
would you find that? I'm just
My-
curious.
My cousin Jamie has a shop in Dauphin, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
makes
Okay.
pierogies.
Pierogies.
She makes like stuffed beet leaf rolls. She makes like plushy rings of kubasa.
Mhm.
She makes all of it.
That's hilarious. You need a huggable size one, like full human.
She makes big ones too.
size.
A giant pierogi.
That's hilarious.
If you want if you would like a stuffed pierogi, I can make it happen. Okay, make it like a pillow.
There you
Pierogi
go.
pillow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be on my couch.
I'll make it happen. I'll see how big she can make it. She can make it any size, but she has really good. She does like embroidery and all that. And Dauphin,
Could
she
you
does all
make
that stuff.
go? There's a world record. Could you make the largest stuffed pierogi in the world?
Jeez, I don't think
That's
there's a
gotta
lot
be
out
there.
there.
There's got to be a record for that.
There's a
Like-
record for everything.
How
Like
do
a
you make up
plushie?
a record? How do you make up a record for the Guinness Book?
I think you'd have to make a giant pierogi, and then have it so you have enough Ukrainians around it to hug that pierogi while eating pierogies. We just created a new world record.
Yep. Like, who comes up with these? Like, somebody obviously must come up with them, right?
Oh, there are people that like how many times can you burp in a minute? It's ridiculous. They come up with these ideas, and okay, are you AIing right now, Amber?
I
Oh, they're
am.
actually,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was actually in Alberta, 27 feet tall, the largest pierogi in the world.
Wow.
Weighs approximately 6,000 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's not a plushy one.
So
No,
this
it's not
guy
plushy.
ate an entire airplane over 2 years.
Say that again.
Oh,
He ate an airplane in 2 years. Slowly eating a Cessna 150 over about 2 years. His uniquely durable digestive system and thick stomach lining made the seemingly impossible possible. This included glass, rubber, metal. Like, who the hell?
Okay.
Did he survive?
He's lived. Yeah.
I just asked AI, what are the easiest world records to beat? Okay. And there's one here for you, Jan.
Okay.
So, Amber, you tell me what you could do, and I'll see what I could do. Okay. The world record for the most socks put on one foot in 30 seconds is 28 socks.
Wow, that's
And-
quick.
Could you put 28 socks on your foot in 30 seconds?
God, some days I can barely put one sock on. in
Maybe I
28
don't have to
seconds.
reach very far, so I feel
No,
like I have an
yeah.
advantage.
This one's for you. Okay. Toilet paper towel roll in 30 seconds. 28 rolls. Stack one roll at a time. Jumbo rolls give you the edge. For the sock one, it's just grab very stretchy socks. Like, how stretchy
Yeah.
are socks really? Like, they're
Here's
all the
one.
same.
The number of toilet seats broken by your head in 1 minute.
How
40,
many?
46.
They're like
Why?
toilet seats,
Yeah,
but they're
Why?
plastic. You have to smash those suckers.
that would hurt. Yeah, you gotta really do it.
Okay. Most sticky notes on the face in 1 minute. 60 notes. Race against time and gravity. Just don't sneeze. Okay, hang on.
Did someone just like stick it to their friend one day and be like, "Oh, we can make a world record out of this"? Like, what? how do you
Fastest time to
think of
drink
it?
a cup of coffee.
Hot or cold?
How big?
It just says a cup, so it's probably an actual
cup.
measure.
8
Yeah.
ounce.
Yeah, sure.
Like second?
3.17 seconds.
Okay. Now is that? I bet you could do better if you shotgunned it. You know, like shotgunning a beer.
It's hot though.
That's fair. Okay.
Oh, it says hot. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Farthest distance to blow a pea. 24 feet, 7.66 inches. You just need lung power and a flat surface. So you could that's doable.
That's fair. Yeah, that's
Right.
doable.
Here's one for Jayon.
Okay.
Jayon only.
Awesome.
Fuck.
What's the fortune cookie? Is it?
Most Smarties eaten in 60 seconds. The number's 20, by the way. With chopsticks while blindfolded.
Blindfolded. Oh my god. Jeez. Okay.
that would be a fun party game, actually. I'm gonna put a note of that one.
That's funny. That's funny.
Chopsticks.
That's a good one.
While blindfolded, just dental floss. Would be good.
Oh, here's one. The Guinness Book of Records launched 70 brand new unclaimed categories. So it's wide open. Some accessible examples include the most high fives in 30 seconds, most anchovies eaten in 1 minute, and holding the most table tennis balls in one hand.
Okay, so high fives. Is it with the same person?
No, these are brand new ones and they're unclaimed. Anybody can go get them.
How any? So we just
Anyone.
create this,
They
guys.
had
We can do
these-
this.
Yes.
We can do this on Sunday. Well, we need
Yeah,
the Guinness
well,
guy there.
you need
but
the Guinness
it's-
guys there, right?
So that
In
About
30
the high
seconds,
fives.
you need like hundreds of people, and you just start running.
oh, they have to have some gumption to them, or is it just like
I
brrrr,
don't
and you're on?
know.
They'd be lined up, and you just run through.
You
I
would.
guess so.
You know that one asshole in the lines. You went, too slow.
Yeah.
Like, you prick.
You
You just
fucker.
ruined it.
Yeah.
For, you,
Yeah. You.
then a fight breaks out, and then you know it's a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The people that, okay, let's look at people that do things to do them. Yes, there's recognition in Guinness, but here's the thing. If you're going to break the world record for the amount of socks put on your foot in 30 seconds, chances are no one cares, but you're up against yourself,
Yeah.
right? You just want to do it. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
And if I do it, great. If it doesn't happen, I can live with that too. But not like someone's going to coach you or tell you can't do it, or no one's going to be like, "Oh my God, did you hear what
Yeah.
Amber's doing? She's going to break the world record for the most socks you
High
can put on your
fives.
foot in 30 seconds."
Okay, hold on here. The recognized record for the most high fives in 1 minute. Guess how many?
100.
292.
How is that physically possible?
I don't know. It's Japan. It was in Japan. So the record isn't done for 30 seconds, but they want to get done. These are the rules. Yeah, ChatGPT has the rules.
Of course.
Can
It
you
has
use
to be-
both hands?
No,
Like, can you run
I
through
don't know.
two lines?
One hand per person.
Okay.
Okay.
Must be an audible slap. Okay.
Mm. Just run back.
Exchanges. Each high five must be a fresh exchange between different participants, or visual and measurable evidence. So it needs to be documented. An official adjudicator or credible witnesses are essential to validate the count.
So here's the thing: things like world records, or just those. It's like this person, like a guy that went free climbing.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I can't do that. Good on you. I think you're insane.
Yeah.
I think when you see people push themselves against themselves for whatever the hell it is, I respect that every single time. Every time. I don't care how crazy it seems. I don't care how dumb it looks. If you do it,
go for it.
Go for it.
I just won't.
Oh, what? Has anybody seen the Chit videos? Like Chit, the guy in the office?
No.
Oh, like, yes. Yes.
Do it,
and
lady.
He has a one line at the end. The one liner at the end.
Yeah.
Keenan watches those, and he started rolling through them before he left to show me all of them. I can't even remember the line now because I saw it once.
Do it, lady was his thing. Do it, lady. They're like, that's not a thing. Yeah, it is. Like, it's clueless, but he's gonna show up on your feed now that I said it.
Yeah, but what did he say at the end? Every time at the very end of his videos, he has a line.
Chit has a line. Oh, I have to watch him again because usually he just says, like, yeah. Like, he's very awkward. Yeah. No, I think that, and even then, you look at things like whenever someone does something and it's just to do it, I love that because it shows that they've got the grapes to try it and they don't care. Here's the thing: doing this is we do it because it's kind of fun and it's nonsense, but it's interesting and people tend to watch it. But it's not like we're doing it because we're trying to become something or become a voice in this or a influencer in this. We're unqualified for everything we talk about. Have we done that disclaimer yet?
Yep. Not yet. Not today.
Completely unqualified. I'm an amateur beginner, and we're here to talk about it and have opinions of everybody. Let's all just shoot through this stuff and get people in chat to say, talk about it. Like, what is it what drives you nuts? What is it that shows you strength? I think that a great mom or a great dad says a lot because your kids are turning out to not be assholes, and that's because you did a good job.
Yep.
Most fortune cookies eaten in 1 minute.
Okay, hang on before you say the number.
No, it's
what's the
unclaimed.
What's the largest amount of fortune cookies you've eaten just watching TV?
Oh, I don't do that sort of thing.
You just sit there cracking them and reading little stories while you're like, we're scrolling while we're watching Netflix. You're just sitting there reading little.
See, I have a thing with fortune cookies. When we get them, I don't know why, but in my head, I feel like it's bad luck to throw it in the garbage. So we will just keep getting them, and I don't eat them, and I just keep putting them in the same basket because I feel, I don't know if it's like a bad superstition in my head.
Yeah, it is.
Throw it.
You throw that out.
Throw it in the garbage because I'm afraid that it's going to come back and be bad
game
karma.
You play is you add at the end of it in bed after each fortune.
Yes, we played that. My dad thinks it's hilarious to read it the French side when there's not the numbers on the back. Yeah. And he does that every time. I'm like, Dad, you've done this for like 40 years. I know what you're doing. It's still funny to my dad.
And those little fortune cookies, like, you got to think about this. Before the time of printers, that would have been some tiny little typewriters there back in the day. Jayon, as our resident Asian,
hey, it's offensive.
No, it's not. You are. Like, be proud, Jayon's son.
You people.
Because you people. So what's the story with fortunes? Are you supposed to chuck them? Are you supposed to eat them? Are you supposed to burn them? Are you supposed to?
Oh, what do I want to tell people to do?
Whatever you say is going to be gospel because you're the only person that knows.
We read them.
My world.
I keep the best ones that are the most offensive, or the ones that work best with that add-on at the end, right? So the one that I used to keep for quite a while was, in the ad in bed at the end, of course, it was love on triangle, not on squares.
What?
So think about it, in bed. So it's like threesomes are okay, but foursomes are no.
Oh. Okay.
I was like, wow, that one's great.
I couldn't imagine disappointing two people at once, though, or three.
Yeah, right. So I was like, wow, that was great. So I kept that in my wallet for years. So generally, my thought process is you keep a few of the good ones, you throw the bad ones out.
I was
You
hoping
pick
you were
and
going to say
choose.
it's. I was
Whew,
hoping you were
I
going
can
to say
start
it's.
throwing the ones out that we've had for 10
Yeah.
years sitting here now.
I was so hoping Jan was going to say it's horrible luck to keep them. You're just supposed to read them until you're done chewing and then throw them out.
Yeah, you're supposed to chew, just eat them. That's what you have to do. Just eat the whole thing, right?
Eat them
So-
with the whole-
And then it's
Just
not
the whole
bad
thing.
luck.
It's not
But-
bad luck.
For our wedding, we gave away fortune cookies. That was like
No.
a little thing. We gave away little fortune cookies. It was
I'm
lame.
not
but-
surprised. Did
yeah.
they have? Did you type the little fortunes in there yourself?
No. Oh, hold
Your
on.
wedding date?
No, we
Probably your
did
name and
not.
wedding date, I'm going to guess.
That's-
Your name and your wedding date. I
How'd you
think
go,
that when you
Lyle?
have,
How'd
I
you
think
go?
that when you have, like, here's the thing: fortune cookies.
I got my cousins to do it.
Of course, you got your cousins doing. We're like 4.
So it's a lot easier.
What does a fortune cookie have a flavor? It's like nothing. It tastes like
It's cookie flavored. It's fortune cookie flavored.
nothing is for. Have you ever seen a fortune cookie macchiato?
No,
Or
but I
fortune
bet
cookie
you could
blizzard?
get a fortune. I bet you can get fortune cookie ice cream.
Why?
No. You think so?
In China,
So here it is, fortune cookie ice cream. Yep.
No. Shut up.
What is the flavor? It's a combination of vanilla, chocolate, and citrus.
There's no citrus in a fortune cookie.
there's no chocolate in a fortune cookie.
I don't know. I'm just reading what Google's telling me here.
It's Chinese chocolate and Chinese citrus. It tastes like nothing.
So when we were in Vancouver a few years ago, this has been about 2016. My wife and I went with my cousins to this it was a gelato restaurant, and they had our gelato store, and they had, I don't know, 500 different types of ice cream and gelato and everything, right? And so they had things like ketchup flavored, blue cheese, durian, like all these crazy flavors of ice cream or gelato or whatever it was. So it was like you could pick sauerkraut if you wanted to, because somebody has made it.
Well, if you think that's something, has anybody heard about the breast milk ice cream that's all the rage right now?
What?
No.
So I looked at, they were talking about this on the news like a while ago, the breast milk ice cream. And it's Oddfellows Ice Cream Company in collaboration with the brand Frida. I think Frida's who makes it and markets it.
Right.
Recently launched the limited edition breast milk ice cream flavor. But before you raise an eyebrow, it does not contain actual human breast milk. Thank you.
Okay.
So what it does is it's milk, heavy cream, and egg yolks, honey, and fruit juice, but it's got liposomal bovine colostrum
Okay.
in there.
Yeah.
So it mimics the nutrients found in human breast milk. Why? Why did someone come up with this? And why are people buying this like crazy? Because they're not reading the fine print. They're not reading they didn't read what I just read and said, yeah, it's
Okay.
just bovine
Well,
colostrum.
so you got to figure somebody was the taste tester who was like, no, it's not quite right.
Oh God. How would you know?
They
Like-
would have had a lot of it because you would have
So-
been like various taste testing, right?
I'll admit I've never tasted it.
So imagine that guy though, because it'd be like, what are you
There's
doing today? What's your job? Well,
There
a
are
taste
some-
tester.
There are some
Right.
product quality factories making some really neat, weird things that someone has to test that shit.
Yeah, I mean, like look at Birdie Bott's any flavor jelly beans from Harry Potter.
Oh, we've done the Bean Boozled from
Okay.
where you have like burnt tire flavored
Yeah,
from Jelly Belly. They're horrible. And that burnt
Yeah.
tire one stays in your mouth for a while. It's bad.
yeah. So I mean, somebody has had to come up with some equivalent flavor of it.
But what I don't get is somebody had to market this and pitch this to a company and say, hey, I've got a great idea for your ice cream company. We're going to do this. And because we live in the time we live in, someone's going to say, absolutely, that's a great idea. And they're buying this shit by the buckets, and I don't get it. I know that it's bovine colostrum. I don't even know what colostrum is. I can barely smell
Well,
it.
it's still the milk, so it'd be like the same thing as them feeding the calves. So it'll be the same as like a human, right? It's going to be packed full of antibodies or
Like-
I don't know, everything. It's going to be nutrient packed, right? So
Like
there's going to be a benefit to it.
It was like
But-
massively popular like 15 years ago to get like a cow colostrum supplements, and they would put it into protein powders all the time.
Here's the thing: if they
Right.
said it was teat milk, teat like cow teats, teat ice cream, nobody would care. But they're calling it breast milk ice cream, which is
You have to guess at whose it is. It doesn't really. You're wondering if it came from a human.
I mean, it seems a little misleading here.
And who's
right?
working there? Like someone's got to be supplying this.
They always hire pregnant women.
Just a tough day at work. Well, not really.
So I'll go get some for you, Quentin.
some
You can do a
cabbage.
taste test here.
Watched a lot of Netflix.
Yeah.
No, I think that it's insane. Like we've gotten to the point where for shock value alone, we're willing to put whatever the hell we want out there, and someone is the market for it. So again, if you look at the character of the person who decided they're going to launch this, I would say this person's kind of a douche, because you're going for the fetish that someone might have.
Yeah, fetishizing food. Yeah.
Right. So if you could fetishize, okay. Okay. If you were going to market a food and fetishize it, what food would it be? Corn dogs don't count.
Like something that's already not used.
Right. So if you're
lollipops are always the big one. Right. That's almost too easy for an answer.
But I think that our brains are in a different place, so we couldn't imagine marketing.
Okay, you know there are cookbooks that have recipes for placenta lasagna and stuff.
What?
Yep. Yeah. Well, you can use that placenta and put it in pills.
Yeah.
Like
you can encapsulate it and people use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I know. Don't tell me it's for the vitamins. Like someone's.
It's for the vitamins.
Yep.
There are people that'll eat it. That happens. That's a thing.
Yeah, they do.
Apparently.
Yep.
I've eaten some pretty weird shit in my day.
I think it's getting more and more common because of the health benefits or the perceived health benefits. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's 100%.
I can see why it was a thing way back in the day where it's like, look, you got to not have the scent of your child where a wolf could get you when you're living in the woods, right?
Evan, is that considered cannibalism? No one died.
Technically, it's like self-cannibalism.
Here's the problem. Like, you're a mom. I'm a dad. You're a dad. It'd be a little weird taking that home in a Ziploc bag. And then, like, would it be a slow cooker thing? Would that be a smoker?
Yeah, usually they dehydrate it and cut it up and stuff, and then they put it into the pie. And
okay, so you're not throwing it on a frying pan and just like, okay, guys,
shh,
dig in.
I feel like that might be a make or break for some couples. Like you really have to be on the same page for this after having a baby and discuss it ahead of time. Because if you just all of a sudden were a couple and this came out and the mother's like, yeah, just make sure you bring my placenta home. We're going to put in a lasagna. I feel like that could be a little bit of a make or break.
I have a feeling, this is me putting my hand up. One person is going to be on board with that. Yeah. And the other person's going to have some questions. And then to appease the lunatic in the room,
might take a little convincing. They put the knife down. I'll do it.
So, if you love me, you'd eat this. I'm like, I love you, dear, but for everything that is holy on this planet,
don't tell anyone. Please, no, don't live stream it. Please, God. Right?
So I would guarantee you someone's done that. I would guarantee you someone's done that.
It wasn't that long ago that home births were not accepted. It wasn't even that long ago that midwives weren't accepted. So, I mean, it is a different evolution of kind of how things are.
Yeah, but if you go back further, home births were the only way to do it because you had to get back on the plow and do some work that day. So you had your baby and you got back out there.
Yep.
That was just the way it was.
Yep.
Like, I think that when you look at the... Okay, here's something that bothers me. When someone says we're pregnant.
We are not pregnant.
There we go. Thank you. We're not pregnant.
I did my part.
She's pregnant. I was there for like 2 minutes, and now she's pregnant.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was there for a bit. We're not pregnant. Stop taking credit for your wife being. Yeah, you can take credit for her getting pregnant.
Yeah.
But you're not going through it, other than the fact that you need to make sure there's more treats in the house.
Yeah, I know. I
And
agree with you. It's kind of like no, like it's like when your child graduates, saying we're graduating.
no, we're not. Your
Yeah.
kid managed to
Yeah.
squeak through grade 12. Thank goodness, because he's your kid, so that's really good for him.
Yeah,
But when someone says we are, or when people, oh
Yeah.
I'm freezing. Oh shitty.
You did. You're back.
Yeah.
Okay. When people say that they're pregnant or they're graduating together, that's bullshit. Like you're not.
Don't diminish what the women have to go through for pregnancy. Yeah, like I'm like inclusivity is one thing, but it's like, look, don't take away what the woman is doing because you feel the need to be saying that you're contributing more than you are.
It's like living vicariously through another person. That again shows, like, in what's the word? If I have to live vicariously through you, what does that show? That shows that I am very insecure in my life, right? Like
Yeah.
I have obviously nothing going on, so I'm going to ride on your coattails. It's like if your kid becomes a doctor, your kid became a doctor.
Yeah.
You probably paid for the education or helped get there.
Yeah.
But you didn't do it. Usually the woman wants you to say it though. Really? Oh Christ, no. Like if I would have said we are collectively having a baby.
Which
Yeah.
is what Evan just said, which he's right. He said,
Yeah.
I'll probably say we are expecting a child.
Yeah.
He also said, is that considered cannibalism? Which
Maybe.
depends on who you ask, maybe.
There's not a part of me that I would want to eat. I don't care how hungry I am. Okay.
Just your toenails. That's
It's
it.
not
right?
it's not about hunger. I don't think that was the purpose.
It ain't hungry. Yeah.
No.
What happens
Okay.
if you really like it? Be like, I like the taste of my kid.
Now oh God.
Now
Here's the thing.
yes, that is cannibalism.
If you are okay, let's go with this. The three of us are stranded. Like we're starving.
Right.
We're in trouble.
Who do we eat first?
Quentin, he's the biggest.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn it.
Yeah.
That was
I got-
so easy.
I got some meaty quads.
Ask a harder question.
The problem is if we ate Jay, we'd be hungry in an hour.
Yeah, you racists.
You're just little. I'm saying you're kind of saying
I mean, if we ate you, it'd be like it would just be. I would get so sick of cabbage rolls and pierogies, right?
There'd be a lot of meat there. That's
Yeah.
I like you'd start with what could you take just the quad? You could. Oh, you ever see the movie
man.
Fresh?
Is
No.
it scary?
It's a thriller.
Then no.
Here's the thing. No. It's very good. Did you ever watch Captain America?
Yeah.
Okay, you know Bucky, the guy that played Bucky? Or any of those movies? Amber, you're aware of the Marvel MCU, the universe? Like,
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
You
Bucky,
know
the
what
guy
comic books are, right? So
Yes.
Sebastian Stan is the actor. And this was surprisingly on Disney. This guy plays a surgeon who kidnaps people and sells meat to the elite. Keeps them
Okay.
alive. They're
Yeah.
alive, but takes like a leg.
Okay.
Then like little packages of this meat and sends it off. It is so messed up, but it was actually really good. So if you want to watch something that'll be like, wow, okay. We do need to watch Unknown Number because that's something everybody should watch right now. With
In
the
a similar vein, then have you seen The Road?
no.
Oh, okay. So you should watch The Road. It was written by Cormac McCarthy, right? No Country for Old Men,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So it's fantastic. But there's a scene where it's post-apocalyptic. They go into the basement of an old house and they find cannibals have all these people chained up, and they're just harvesting them.
Yeah, it's crazy, and that does still happen in parts of the world. Cannibalism still exists in certain tribes. It's a thing. I'm not going to partake. I can make too many jokes about who's getting eaten first in that group. Jesus Christ!
But
No,
the point of it is to take their energy and their powers into yourself, right?
You know what? I hunt with some First Nations folks, and there's a way that you disperse of the things that you are not going to eat yourself to the animals and the birds and this and that and everything else. And it's actually pretty interesting. Like if you probably never taken an animal apart, but your organs are all basically in a sack.
Yep.
Like it all comes out in one go. And if you cut the throat and the exit, and you go from basically sternum to crotch, it all comes out in one go, and that sack gets hung up in the trees for the birds. The organs that go here and here and here for the coyotes, this everything. It's actually pretty cool. But I think that when you look at people that believe that they're taking part of a person's being and soul, maybe, again, we're not very tribal. I don't know how that works.
Yep. Yep.
Is it wrong? To us, it is, for sure. 100%.
Well, it depends if you're the one being eaten.
Again, I'm screwed. In this group, you're going to dine on this for some time. And there's some good cuts. I mean, there's some decent cuts of meat there. You'll be good for a while. But as far as fats go, there's a little bit, but you're not going to get what you need. Okay, so let's rewind and get to this. What do you guys think when it comes to, is it character? Is it faith? Is that a thing? Like, is that a thing that shows strength? Is it how you're treating people? I think that if I had to take one little nugget and say, this is what I believe shows true strength, it's if you are somebody with kids and you've raised them to be nicer than you were, I think you're doing something right.
That's fair.
That's it. That's my measurement for strength. Just like, can you raise someone to be better than you were?
Well, do you mean like nice or kind? Because that's kind of two different things. Being nice is one thing, being kind is a whole other one, right?
Kind is better than nice. Nice is kissing someone's ass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kind is you're just a kind person. Just be a decent human being. Like, if there's one thing I was raised with, is if you can spend your life not looking over your shoulder, then you're doing something right. That's it. Don't spend your life looking over your shoulder. If you've done some shit and you're always looking over your shoulder, see if they found you, that's on you. And I think that if I can, and I've told our kids this many times, whatever you do, make sure you can look yourself in the mirror and you're not looking over your shoulder. And that's it. I can't ask any more of that. What do you think? What would be your one, if you could quantify strength in one go, what would you say is the most important thing? If you had to just one lesson to give to somebody, they don't know what you are, aliens come down, what does that mean to be strong?
I guess leading by example or being a servant leader is a big thing. Doing what's necessary, and because it's hard to explain that in just very short term. But like doing what you're saying you're going to be doing the things that scare you, and leading others to be better people overall. That's
servant leader. I've never heard that term before, but that's probably one of the best things I've ever heard. Servant leader. Nice. I like that.
It makes sense, right? So
yeah. What would you add?
I think it's like there's the mental aspect of that is being able to be mature, and also in this day and age, if you had asked me 20 years ago, I might have said, no, I don't know if I'd say something different, but being able to have a thick skin and being mature about it. So we know there's a lot of, so that takes a lot of strength to be able to do that and get through the bullying, not worrying about what your friends are doing and where they're going if they are, making it to these NHL camps and you're not, or whatever it is, WHL camps. And so I think getting through that part for kids, for not even just kids, it's adults. What are we talking about? Adults are bullies too. So having that mental strength and being able to get through that, and then just changing your thought process. So if you are getting picked on, or even just how you feel about yourself, just finding a way and your inner strength, how to get past that. So I think that was a lesson for me when I was 18. And so I had to change my thought process of who I wanted to look like and what I wanted to be, because everybody else looked like this and was like this. And then all of a sudden something clicked and I had a bully, and I was like, screw that. I don't want to be like, my sister's tall and skinny. I'm short and thick. And I'm just like, wait, I don't want to, this bully was bullying me. And I was like, I don't want to be tall and skinny. I want to look like I can kick your ass. So I had to change my thought process and be strong about it. And that's what I tell my kids. So I actually took up boxing and so it made me more confident and strong. And I think that's where the strong personality of mine comes from. So I teach that in my kids. But I think strong to me looks like there's that mental side of it. Yeah, you could build strength. I mean, when we're talking about that side of it, right?
Yeah.
The physical strength, but there needs to be a mental strength to get to the physical strength.
You know what? It was someone asked, and I'm not going to give anything away, but both of you know this thing that I'm in the middle of. And someone asked the question that was going around, like people were asking, "Hey, when has Quentin like lost his shit?" That was a question across the board for a lot of different people. Like, when has he lost his temper? And I'm pretty chill. Like, I'm pretty chill. And one of the best stories that was told was one of the guys said, "You know what? I'll tell you firsthand. I remember watching Quentin drag a guy out of the bar. He got punched in the face, looked at the guy and said, 'Quit it,' like he was talking to a toddler, and just continued to pull him out of the bar." He goes, "I don't know what the hell it would take to set that guy off, but never seen it." I believe that self-control is an amazing strength. And just saying, yeah, I can, I'm not going to. Just like yourself, you like Amber, you said, "You know what? This is me. This is what I am. And I'm good." And I think that shows resilience, and that shows strength. And you're not trying to prove anything to anybody. You're just piss on you guys. Like, this is what I am.
Yeah.
Like, I'm big and bulky and I look meaner than I am, but I would never walk into a room thinking that that's what I am ever.
Right.
Never.
Right.
You know, but I think that that's the example that we set to our kids. And I think that what we pass on shows that. I think that there are a lot of very weak guys that could bench more than me because their character is garbage. I also think that there are a lot, like I said, there's a lot of the biggest nerds are the nicest people because they're genuine. They're them. Like, you want to cosplay, you want to play D&D. I love that because you're being your genuine self. You're you. That shows more than following the masses.
I agree. Yep.
And when it comes down to, you know, the likes and the hearts and this and that on social media, it means nothing. Popularity is fleeting as hell. Like, we've all been, I'm going to guess this is true with the three of us. We know a lot of people. We've been in amongst different groups, in and out, right?
Yeah.
However, the people that actually care about you were probably not in those groups. And you've known them for 20 years. Your relationship never changed once. No matter who you're hanging out with, no matter who you're with. That shows something. That's your core. And those are the people you can draw from. And you'll always act like them. Although you'll be in this group with these people and you're going to act kind of different. But the people that you actually gel with and you actually like, that's you.
Yep. You could be more open, your authentic self, right?
Yeah. Like, my authentic self, I don't know. Like, if I'm like, I travel in large groups of one, so I'm not exactly a popular individual, but I try to be nice to everybody. They're kind is the right way to be. And I think that's the measure for, I think, the most part. I don't think anybody would argue that if you're just a genuine human being, you're going to go far in life. And I think we need to teach our kids that. Like, you're not defined by the clothes you wear, the job you have, the game you play. You're not defined by that shit. That's just something you do.
Well, for a lot of them, it just turns out to be a different mask, right?
Yep. There are a lot of masks that we wear. And and Amber, you know this too. Like, in the gym, there are people, and it happens. Your mask is your gym persona. There's a bit of body dysphoria where you believe that you're this and you want to be this, and you this is your personality here. Yet you're at the gym, you're one person, and outside of the gym, you're kind of that person. But at work, you're sitting there, doing reports. And nobody would know that. So sometimes you need that. Like, was Batman the mask, or was Bruce Wayne the mask for Batman?
Yep, I agree. There's a lot we get to know about people in the gym, and we're
Yep.
kind of like therapists there, untrained
Isn't that something?
therapists. And that's we know everybody's life story, but it's interesting to find out, what they actually are behind that. Because if you just see them in there and they're all, tattooed up and big guy, or look at someone like, let me use Jesse for example. He's
Sure.
awesome. Like you may look at him and judge a book by its cover, but I actually had somebody come in today to the gym and they're like, oh, I won't be able to come at this time anymore, but I'm gonna miss seeing Jesse. And I bet you if he didn't get to know who Jesse was, he probably would have been scared of him to see him in there. But giant teddy bear, right? And if
He's
you
the
actually got to
nicest
know him,
guy. Jesse's
Facebook, he's
one of
wearing
the
a
most
farm hat, right? Like he's
Jesse's one of the most genuine, nice human beings you'll ever meet.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you wouldn't get to know that until you got to know him. Right.
Yeah.
And okay. Why don't we wrap this up with something a little different? So we'll do the roundhouse because no one likes this. What is your worst character flaw? What's your least favorite part about you? Let's go with the weakness for a second. I'll start.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm extremely dismissive of people, which means if you wrong me, my family, or people I care about, you're dead to me. I don't know you. We're done. We're done now. That's it. Forever. That's my worst character flaw. I'm very dismissive. I said that in a meet one day, and silence went across the entire boardroom because both people were like, well, you know what? I care about my job too much. I just put too much in my career and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, Christ's sakes. So they come to me. I'm like, yeah, I'm dismissive. You wrong me on purpose or my family or my friends. You're dead to me. You're done.
Yeah.
Which is basically don't screw with me and you'll be fine. Yep. But as soon as you purposely do that, we don't know each other. We never met. I don't know you for the rest of my life. So that's my worst. I believe my worst character flaw is that I dismiss people very quickly.
That's fair. It's similar to like a lot of times I'll just check out. It's like, yeah, okay, no, I'm just not going to engage with that. Thank you very much, and I'll walk away.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, no, I don't have to put up with your crap, so I'll just never talk to you again. And some people go, well, why don't you just like talk to them about it and confront it? And like, because I just don't have a need to.
I don't need to. No, I'm good.
And it's like realistically, probably should in some cases, but also, no, I just don't really want to.
Yep, that's fair. But is that would you consider that to be your?
I would say that's going to be the big one. That or maybe just getting too distracted. There's that one, right?
Well, you saw a shiny giant fortune cookie at a store and you went to it.
Yeah, fortune cookie? Where?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so,
well, you, Amber, we can talk about weaknesses.
Oh, I have a few, but there's one of trying to do too many things at once, but I think for me it'd be being frustrated with people who, I don't know, like when people, maybe it's younger people these days, but when I just don't understand, maybe it's the walk of life they come from, maybe it's the way they were taught, where I'm like, I just don't understand it. Like, I don't understand how you don't know how to do these things these days. And I also get frustrated. Yeah. Maybe I think it's more my leadership. Like, I love to lead and I don't know how to step back sometimes. So I think that comes from that, where I'm like, God, I wish more people would just take initiative and do these things without me telling them 500 times. Right. So I think that's my flaw, where I was like, God, maybe they just don't know how, instead of me just telling you to do it all the time. Maybe you've never been taught that way. Maybe. So I think my flaw is
the best of too many people, eh?
Right, and not realizing that maybe I did that. We had this discussion this year, and I'm just like, how can they not go do this? And I'm like, oh, they probably never had training on how to sell or how to do this, and here we're expecting them to do these things. So I think it's just that expecting them to do things that I would do when not everybody's gonna be the same. So that would be my flaw.
Well, I mean, isn't that the truth when it comes to entrepreneurial ventures? Like for a while we went through, everyone wanted to be an entrepreneur, or worse, a mompreneur, right? And then it was like, oh, it's hard. Like, well, it's not just putting a bio in there. Like, it takes some grit and it takes a lot of disappointments. And they're like, well, I just want the success. It's like, well, you get the success when you've actually earned it by failing a whole lot of times, right?
Yeah, when people say it must be nice. As a business owner, I say, you know what? Try it.
It is.
Try it. I'll
wave at you.
Well, please tell me how awesome it is, because the rewards come with a lot of frustration and a lot of sadness and a lot of stress and a lot of everything else.
Yeah.
And you were like, the duck floating on the water,
Yeah.
if you're going like this.
Yeah.
That's us. And that's fine. I mean, people don't understand it. They don't understand it. Just like
but
Amber
you
said.
can work whenever you want. You can just take a day off. It's great. It's like, holy jeez.
You can work whenever you want, but can you earn whenever you want?
Right.
I'm going to admit, I may have said that once or twice. I hate when people say that too, but I may have said it when I see somebody who owns a business and they're gone for like 8 months of the year. And I may have said like, oh, that must be nice.
Yeah,
it is. But you know what?
It is nice, though. That is.
Yeah.
You're right. It is nice. And guess what? The harder you work, the nicer it gets.
Yeah. Maybe it's because I can't. So I'm like, oh God, it must be nice. But I'm just jealous because I can't do that yet.
Jealousy happens. At least you're. How do you say it to a woman? What do girls say? Like, man enough? What are you supposed to say? I'm just gonna say it. You're
you just
man enough to admit that you're jealous, and that's fine, because I burped. But I think with like you're I'm gonna say man enough to say I can be jealous of somebody. There's nothing wrong with that. It makes you want to have that, and you can work towards that.
Exactly.
So let's we're gonna completely wrap this up tonight, because we're gonna be getting to 10 o'clock, which was quick and awesome. But what if you had one? What's your strength? What is your actual? If you had a marketable strength, this isn't talking about the deep dive into strength and weaknesses, but what do you think your strength is, Jay?
That's a good question. I guess adaptable.
That's mine.
So
100%. Dealing with multiple personalities in a day, I'd say my adaptability is my strength, and I can talk to anybody at any time.
That and being able to shift, change course, right? That's what makes it. Yeah, that's what makes it easier to be an entrepreneur and harder to be an employee.
And I think Amber's got that mastered too. But is that kind of where you're going with that too, or no?
No, I could say my strength would be leading. I love leading teams, leading things, being put in those positions and saying, hey, Amber, can you put on this conference? Can you do this? I actually like that challenge, I guess. Right. So I like the leadership. I've done some search and rescues and leading some teams. I like leading and knowing that things are going well. So I think, and I guess that would be my weakness too, because then I have a hard time if I'm not leading.
Yeah.
and it's not, and I'm like, oh, why are we going on the wrong direction? But
yeah.
But what I get from that is
way here.
Right. But what I get from that is Amber, again, I'm peering in saying, so you like guiding a group's success.
Yep.
That's what leadership should look like, right?
Yep.
So, okay, guys, let's jam this up. Everybody needs to come to Anytime Fitness on Sunday. Come at noon, hang out for the day. We've got Jack and his family are coming. That's what the Strongman is for. And we've got a bunch of people coming in. We got the people are ready to do it. We've got BPS coming, a few people from BPS, which is going to be very interesting. I did tell Amber about the challenge that my kids sort of are going to spring on them, which we're not going to talk about because it's going to be a surprise. I think did I tell Jay? Did I tell you about that, Jay?
Yeah, you told me that one. That's pretty good. Yeah. That's good.
So if I do it, I'm going to look like a dank. But if the kids do it, they're not going to say no. So exactly. I think it's a great time, guys. If you got nothing going on, please come out on Sunday for a bit. Thanks, Pebbles. Guys, come out on Sunday from 12 till about 3. We're going to wrap up. And bring a lawn chair, grab a hot dog, support Jack, support everybody that's doing it. And it's a great cause.
It's always fun.
It's fun. It's we run around like idiots for now until like tomorrow at about 5 o'clock. I'll be able to sit down for a minute, but it's worth it. It's worth every ounce of our efforts. So yeah, come on out. And yeah, let's make sure that we make it a good weekend. It should be nice. Angela's good to go.
Yep, she's good to go.
Cool. So we've got a couple
I'm
ladies
excited.
going in. Yeah, we got a couple ladies going in. We've got, I believe, one female police officer and 2 males.
Nice. That's good.
So we're going to challenge them and let them jump into whatever is not going to cause them to do a workplace or a workers' comp claim.
Yeah.
So we'll try and make sure that nobody gets hurt. And yeah, just come on and have fun. And again, Amber, you're awesome. You this thing wouldn't happen obviously without you. And it's anytime is great. And they're very welcoming and they make sure that everybody's looked after. So come on out.
Clinton's been running your butt off with this one while I had another event going on. So thanks for doing all that legwork. It's going to be, it's always like we panic, and we're like, oh, there's so much to do. And then the day comes and it's just,
it happens.
there
Everybody's
and smooth,
happy.
and we send a child on a dream vacation and then it's over. And then we prep for the next year. So,
and it almost looks like we know what we're doing. That's the best part of the event. It's like, holy shit, these guys know what they're doing. Like, you guys should have seen us yesterday. No.
Yeah.
It's just all based on confidence. As long as you look like you know what you're doing, it's all going to be fine, right?
Yeah, just
Nobody
make
sees
it
a
look like we're doing it. Jay, are you going to come? You're going to come.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah.
Oh, I
Make
think
sure
he
you-
has to.
Bring
Yeah,
your lawn chairs.
I'll be dead if I don't, right? So.
Yeah, but come on out. It'll be good. I believe we got Popeye's going to have like samples for everybody to jam up and get themselves ready to go. But it'll be fun. The weather's supposed to be great. So let's do that. And guys, again, did we cover everything? I don't know. We got into it. We talked about a lot of things, including breast milk ice cream. So I think we did what we came to do.
I think we got.
But
A little bit and more.
I do think that it's cool, Amber. We need to link up your socials too, so it'll stream on your stuff automatically. But I don't know if it did or not. Did you link them?
No, I haven't noticed. I'm watching it on my computer live on your
So
Facebook. So I don't know that it's going on mine. But thanks for having me back. This was fun.
Anytime you want to come back, we'll
times.
just keep on doing this. Like guests are better because you're smarter than both of us combined. Actually,
I'm better looking. I like just a little bit better looking.
You are, but Jay's better at math. Can we all admit that?
Yeah, I can cook Chinese
yes,
food.
If you've seen my
okay.
math, I would say it.
And you can be and smart. Oh,
I can make fortune
Jay
cookies.
Can we get Jay on to do the Smarties with the chopsticks tomorrow, just for
Oh
funsies?
God, Jesus! You start get a hand cramp.
Surprise!
Right? So here you go.
Hang on,
and you're gonna scatter them all over the driveway, aren't you? Right?
Hang on a
go
sec,
get
Jay.
them.
Amber, okay, Jay. The thing that I said with the police. What if they had to do it with chopsticks?
There you go.
Even better. I have chopsticks.
Do we have like a bunch of them?
Oh yeah.
Well, you only need 6 because there's 3 of them.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Just give them one each.
Just say it's like a handicap. We need to give you a little bit of. We need to give everybody a chance here. So you guys
No,
have
just
to
get one each, and they have to use.
Just
They have to work together, right? To try and pick it up.
Could you imagine? Okay, guys, let's call it a night. And it was fun. Again, anytime, Amber, just hopski insky. I'll send you the link every time we're on. And I think that
warn me if it's about scary movies, I'm out. But I'll hop on.
Would you watch one for us? Just one?
Just
if we could pick one and you have to watch it, just one.
Just
maybe,
a full
maybe
reaction
one day.
video for the whole hour and a half, right?
Just watch her like freak cover
What
yourself.
would be the worst one?
She'll be like this.
I don't even know.
Probably that Bone Tomahawk would be the best one, eh?
Hostel. She'd have a tough time with Hostel, I'm sure.
Oh, really? Okay.
I feel like any you guys. I used to be scared of Gremlins, so I don't actually know what.
Hey, Gremlins was scary. That was a scary one.
Okay, hang on. Okay, Halloween's coming up, kids. Amber, this is where we're gonna overcome a fear.
Oh, I think you're freezing.
Hang on, don't worry. I'm gonna come back.
No,
I'm back.
I can't hear you. You're frozen.
Am I back now?
Yeah, you're back.
Nope.
Okay, Amber.
No, you're frozen.
No, Jayon, am I frozen? Am I frozen? Oh, shut up. You're full of shit. Okay, Amber, let's do this as a social experiment.
Okay.
Look at those eyes. Are you froze with wonderfully Chinese eyes?
Amber, because Halloween's coming, we're going to help you here. We're going to pick one horror movie. One. Actually, Amber, you can pick the horror movie.
Oh, God,
and you got to watch it. Don't make me pick it because you're going to hate me forever.
just PTSD.
Right. So let's pick a horror movie that Amber picks. She just has to watch it. We'll watch them. And then right before Halloween, we'll we'll do a live stream and talk about the movie that she promised that she watched.
Okay, tell you, let your followers sometime write in there what they choose, or maybe on the next podcast you can say it again. Let them pick something.
Yeah.
I don't know horror movies. I don't know.
And
The worst one possible, right?
oh God. Okay, Amber. Okay, yeah. Are you down? Would you do it?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, but
I said I like challenges.
we're gonna ask you about the
I don't
movie.
know.
You're gonna have to tell us, like, hey, remember when this happened? You're like, oh yeah, totally, that guy. No. Okay.
And I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night and be like, "Do you know what you just did to me?"
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
do.
gonna sleep
I
right
do.
I've
now.
never slept again,
Cuddling
right?
with all my kids.
Okay, so guys, here's what's gonna happen in the comments when this is done in the live stream. We need to pick a movie, a horror movie for Amber to watch, and then we're all gonna watch it, and we're gonna quiz her about it sometime right before Halloween. 'Cause she
Are we
hates
like
horror
watching
movies.
it together and holding hands, or
That's
am I
awful.
supposed to
No,
watch this on my
you're
own?
gonna watch it in the dark in a cabin out in the woods, and
Cabin.
we're gonna watch the cover of the room.
Oh, that's the one to watch. The Cabin in the Woods.
That's not even scary. Come on.
No, but it's
Is it
a
a
pretty
movie?
good intro, and it's so cliche. It's great.
It's very cliche. Okay,
or how about
hang on.
Aliens?
I'll do a clip of this so we have it. Everybody that watches this, I want you to tell us what horror movie Amber is going to need to watch. We'll all watch it. She is terrified of horror movies, hates them, and she's going to have to review it with us right before Halloween. Deal, everybody? Yes,
Good.
Amber.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
Perfect. Lovely.
all right.
Oh
Okay, guys.
gosh.
Thank you, guys. Have
Let's-
a great weekend.
You bet. We'll see you guys on Sunday.
See you in a few days.
Yep.
You bet. See you later.